Hello, YouTubers. A friend of mine that's expecting her first baby in the summer, she was asking me the other day if I had anything I would, tell her in advance of her experience of labor and childbirth as preparation. And I told her a few things, and afterwards she said that was the most positive feedback she'd gotten yet from anybody she talked to. And the more we talked, the more I realized there's a lot of moms out there that are expecting their first child, or maybe it's their second child, but their first natural childbirth that they're trying to do. And if you talk to other moms, they often like to dwell on sort of the horror stories and the unusual occurrences or especially colorful experiences that they have in childbirth, and that can be a little intimidating and kind of discouraging for a first-time mom. But it doesn't have to be that way, and I just thought this might be a good time to do a positive, encouraging video for you first-time moms, just to kind of allay some of your fears. So we'll talk through some things, and let's get started. So I've had 2 babies so far. My first labor was 50 hours from beginning to end. My second labor with you was 26 hours. And somebody likes the camera. So obviously they were really different in their own way. Every woman obviously experiences labor differently. So no woman that you talk to with her one experience of labor, even if she's had multiple children, is going to feel the same way that you feel when you're in labor. And every one of your labors will be a little different. It's your one time to have this experience with this child. So it's something really unique and precious. So I just want to encourage you to keep that in mind, and don't think that you need to kind of run away from the experience or resist it in any way, even if it's intimidating. I mean, it is the hardest work you will ever do. It is really intense, but it's also invigorating and exciting. It's really productive, and it's extremely rewarding. It is probably the most rewarding thing you'll ever do, as well as the hardest thing. So don't be afraid, because it's going to be okay. I really believe that God had wisdom in creating us and our bodies. He made our bodies for labor. He made your baby for your body. You need to have confidence in that. You need to have confidence that this is something you can do, even if you haven't done it before, but it is something you can do. And He's going to be right there with you for the whole thing. That's what makes the difference. At least as Christians, we understand that it's not just rah-rah us and our strength and our empowered womanhood. Women are amazing, but that's given to us. It's a gift, and our Creator is right there with us every step of our life, and especially through labor. It's really intense, and it opens you up to some profound experiences you would not otherwise have. I will just share that when I was in labor with Anita, my baby here, at one point I was in early active labor, and the contractions were really intense, and I had to just concentrate on that, and it took everything I had to just get through one contraction after another. And I was kind of kneeling there thinking, oh, how much longer can I do this? But I thought, well, there's no going back. You have to finish, and I can finish. I know I can do this, because confidence will really make your labor easier and shorter, but self-doubt is just it's gonna make it harder for you. So just have confidence. Don't worry about those things that sometimes can happen, for whatever reason, those problems that can crop up, because you just don't need to worry about that. You just need to think about your labor being as relaxed as possible and breathing through it. Put the clocks away. Don't follow the passage of time. Just live the experience. It's really an important experience for you. So I'm kneeling there having this contraction, and all of a sudden, this image flashed into my mind of Jesus on the road to Calvary. He's falling, and he's literally dying on this path that he's traveling, and his body doesn't want to get up from this fall, but he just picks himself up and he keeps going. And I thought, yeah, I can do this because I'm with him, so I can do this. And when Anita came out, and I felt her body leaving my body, and I saw her face for the first time, that little personality that'd been in there for 9 months that I'm just getting to know. It was so amazing. It was such a wonderful experience, so profoundly joyful. And I thought, if I had had an epidural, for instance, I wouldn't have had the first experience of uniting my difficulty with the suffering of Christ And the second experience of that amazing joy of having her come out, where I got to, tap into all the happy hormones that happen when the baby's born, that are beneficial to the baby and to you. There's just so much that goes on in there, and you don't want to miss that. Just think about that. It's something to think about. It was pretty amazing, and I am not nearly the toughest woman I know, but labor was hard. But I felt like because I didn't try to run away from it, and I tried to work with my labor, and it went better that way, and I was so much more satisfied and content at the end of it. It was very wonderful. So I think that can happen for you too, and I just want to encourage you. Don't doubt yourself, and just live that experience. It's pretty wonderful. If I had one book to recommend to first-time moms to read, or any mom, I read this book by Ina May Gaskin, I think it is, called Ina May's Guide to Childbirth. And it was very informative, very accessible, and there were a lot of birth stories in there that different moms had written in. That was super cool to see labor through the eyes of so many women and their experience, and to realize how diverse it is, and how exciting and how meaningful. It's very emotional, very physical, very spiritual, and it will change you forever. It's really cool. So this is a privilege that we women get to experience this, and I just want to encourage you to embrace it and to live that adventure. And I will be praying for you, all of you that watch this video, and I just want you to know that you can do this, and it's going to be wonderful. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you.